Well,
Bruh.
that was not what you wanted on the New York Knicks debut on NBC, national televised vehicle. The New York Knicks just lay an absolute stinker, and they lose to the Milwaukee Bucks by a final score of 111 to 121. Appreciate you guys in the chat as always. That one sucked. That one was really bad. Like, really bad. I didn't like the way that looked at all. I hated that third quarter. Hated the fourth quarter. Hated Karl-Anthony Towns tonight. Played like he was drunk. Karl-Anthony Towns. OG Anunoby played like he was drunk a little bit. Brunson was awesome, got hurt. Hope all is well with Jalen Brunson. Look, the New York Knicks are dealing with injuries, right? No Deuce. The quote-unquote injury ankle management for Mitchell Robinson. No Mitch. Started Landry Shamet tonight. Great first half for the New York Knicks tonight. They scored, what did they score in the first half? 73 points in the first half, 71 points in the first half. I believe in the second half, they only scored 40 in the first half, which was not good. And I didn't like the way, Karl-Anthony Towns was, I would say this, Karl-Anthony Towns probably played his worst game as a New York Knick tonight. Karl-Anthony Towns probably played his worst game as a New York Knick tonight. It was bad. Like, he looked like he does not want to live in Milwaukee. That's what it looked like. I mean, the foul trouble, the just dumb plays from Karl-Anthony Towns, just a terrible, awful game from Karl-Anthony Towns tonight. And you have to wonder if the quad injury is really bothering him, really bugging him. If it is, sit down. If it is, rest up, sit, please. This is a long season. You got Mitch sitting. Yabusele sprained his knee. You got him sitting. Deuce is out for personal reasons. If the quad is bothering you, Karl-Anthony Towns, to the point where you play like this, and to the point where in Miami you played, I would say, pretty bad too, even though you grabbed a lot of rebounds. Please, rest up. Rest up. Man, upsetting loss for the New York Knicks. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Once again, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. We are just getting started here over at the Knicks Nation post-game show. The New York Knicks lose 121 to 111 to the Milwaukee Bucks. I see every single one of you in the chat. Shout out to the members, as always. Loud and clear. El Figgy, Isaiah, what's going on? See you all in the chat. Man, this one sucked, man. This Rover, what's going on? Appreciate you guys in the chat as always. Yeah, man. Just ugly game for the New York Knicks. El Figgy says can't blame Yabu for this one. Look, the Castro, what's up, nation? We're definitely missing Mitch and Deuce a lot this game. Yeah, man. Tonight was a big stinker, man. And Karl-Anthony Towns, I don't know what he ate this morning.
Bruh.
I don't know what side of the bed he woke up on. Probably the wrong side. I don't know if he was trying not to audition for the Milwaukee Bucks because of the Giannis rumors that were. But Karl-Anthony Towns was terrible, man. Terrible. Probably the worst third quarter that he's played in years for Karl-Anthony Towns. 9 minutes. 9 minutes in the third quarter. 1 of 9 from the field. 3 personal fouls. And minus 14 for Karl-Anthony Towns in that third quarter. Right? Jalen Brunson cooking. Beautiful. First half, beautiful. Second quarter for the New York Knicks, I thought was one of their best quarters this season. And it really stinks because in that second quarter, the Knicks scored 41 points in the first half, guys. They look great. They look great in that second quarter. Shamet came alive in the second quarter. The Knicks started this game off cold from 3 again. Shamet woke up, hit 2 straight threes in the second quarter. Clarkson started the game bad. Loved Mike Brown's substitutions in that second quarter. In and out with players. Clarkson had some big moments in that second quarter as well. Hart had some nice moments in that second quarter as well. Kolek hits a 3. Towns hits a layup in that second quarter, finally getting some momentum. And the Knicks, they go up big in that second quarter. And you're like, okay, like we're finally figuring out our momentum, right? The second quarter really impressed me. You know, that's where you kind of saw the difference with this team. But again, the Knicks, 13 of 40 from 3, 32%. OG Anunoby, bad game. Look, I know he had the assignment guarding Giannis Antetokounmpo. Nobody can guard Giannis Antetokounmpo. Nobody. OG, 1 of 6 from 3, 3 of 11. Starting to struggle now from 3 from OG Anunoby. Played a little bit too out of character. Dumb passes here or there. Not out of character because we've seen that multiple times, right? But, you know, the finger's going to be pointed to Karl-Anthony Towns, and you just have to wonder, and I don't really want to make excuses because he's on the basketball court, and you know what they say, if you're out there, no excuses, man. So I'm going to, you know, judge him like he's healthy. He's on the court. You got to judge it. Karl-Anthony Towns was bad tonight, guys. Bad. Really bad. Like, Bridges was awesome for this team. Again, Mikal Bridges' tremendous season continues. Brunson, have to hope that he's okay. 36, 4, 3 from your captain. 1 of 5 from 3. OG, not that great. Towns, terrible. The bench, Hukporti, right? Clarkson had some nice moments. Josh Hart finally hits a 3, but teams are just not respecting him. When he's on the court, he's just looking to pass. He's looking to drive. You know, he's kind of like a little bit one-dimensional now that, you know, because of his back injuries, because of his finger, right? I mean, teams just don't respect him. Clogs up the lane, clogs up the paint. You know, so right now, you know, you lose 2 in a row. Giannis said that good teams don't lose 2 straight at the end of the postgame. Well, Knicks are, you know, a contending team in the East, and now they've lost 2 straight. And I thought coming in tonight was a big game for the Knicks. Big game. Second game of the season, right? You don't really want to call it a big game, but I thought it was a big game for the Knicks in terms of like NBC, national televised. You got the Giannis rumors, and they got freaking slaughtered in the fourth quarter and in the third quarter. Just the second half was an absolute abysmal performance for me, New York Knicks. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Once again, smash the like buttons. Get them likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate the support as always. Hit some of your comments. Hit the comments right now. El Figgy says Josh can't shoot, can't play defense. Yeah, they don't respect his shot, and playing against Giannis, recipe for a disaster. And yeah, a little bit one-dimensional Josh Hart is right now. When he has the ball in his hands on offense, he is looking to pass, and he is looking to drive to the hoop. You're not fooling anyone, right? You're not fooling anyone. We know what you're going to do, right? And it sucks because I thought Landry Shamet, look, the Knicks started Landry Shamet because of their injuries. I thought he played really well. 29 minutes. He 4-9 from 3. Had that stretch in the second quarter where he was, hit back-to-back threes, and, he played really good. Shamet's good, man. Shamet's a good player. But when Hart comes in, I mean, and the Knicks made that run in the second quarter when Hart was on the bench. Mike Brown subbed Hart out, put Shamet in, and mix and match with Clarkson, mix and match with Towns. Come on. So Isaiah says, good takeaways. Brunson and Bridges continue to shine so far. Love how Mikal Bridges has looked this season so far. Love how Mikal Bridges has looked. L. Figure says, Brown running these small lineups ain't going to cut it. Look, no Mitchell Robinson, no Yabusele, and, the Knicks can fool us all they want regarding Mitchell Robinson, but I don't know, man. Ankle management, I posted a video about it. Just seems kind of fishy to me that 4 games into the season he has missed now, and he's not even on the bench. He's traveling with the team, though. So we'll see if he's out there the next game in Chicago. Look, they don't play till Friday, Halloween. So we shall see. I mean, I don't know at this point. It's just a guessing game with Mitchell Robinson, but he is a major piece to this puzzle, and so is Deuce McBride. Like, I tweeted this on the Knicks Nation X account. I said, have you ever seen a player's value rise without even being on the court? Meet Deuce McBride. It's crazy, right? Not even on the court and his value's rising. Not even on the court. Knicks miss him a lot. And it sucks because the Knicks are dealing with injuries, right? And this early on in the season, they're 2-2, 2 straight losses on the road now. They've yet to win a road game. It's only been 4 games, right? But, still learning, still trying to adjust, right? Still adjusting to a new system, adjusting to a new environment. You see that big second quarter, but you have to react to what's out there. And it just sucks that you got demolished to a Bucks team that, Giannis, I mean, you blink and he has 30 already. And it's like, damn. And he just was dominant. Dominant, Giannis. Hey, you guys know my thoughts about Giannis, man. I don't want to go down that road again, but as you can see, come on now. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Loud and Clear says, Shamet was great tonight. He should have gotten the minutes later in the game. Agreed. Only 29 minutes from Landry Shamet. I thought that was kind of, I don't know about that one. But, man, 2-2. It's like Cat didn't play well on purpose. He said, don't trade me back to these little towns. I tweeted that on the Knicks Nation page, too. I said, Karl Anthony Towns really doesn't want to live in Milwaukee. He really doesn't want to live in Milwaukee. Hilarious, man. El Figgy says, I hate to say this because I hate complaining, but refs low-key calling it one-sided. I didn't really think too much of the refs tonight. I just thought, look, in the third quarter, I mean, again, Bucks came out hot in the third quarter, right? I mean, they just hit 3 after 3 after 3. I'm trying to pull up how many threes they hit in the third quarter because that's what got them back into the basketball game. 32% from 3 from the Knicks. And if you want to take volume threes, if you want to take a lot of threes, you have to be a good 3-point shooting team. That's the problem, right? If you're going to shoot a lot of threes, you have to have the shooters to make said threes, right? And that's what a lot of Knicks fans were concerned about. Like, okay, you're going to take a lot of threes, but if you're going to shoot 30 to 31%, 32%, you're not going to win. Right? There's going to be blow-up games. There will be. But come on. And in the first half, I'm trying to pull up Milwaukee So Milwaukee, 35-20 in the third quarter, they outscored the New York Knicks. 35-20 in the third quarter, they outscored the New York Knicks. And 27-20. So the Knicks only dropped 40 points in the second half after dropping 45 points in the second quarter alone. Right? 45-point outburst for the New York Knicks in that second quarter alone. So, oh man, frustrating game for the New York Knickerbockers. And frustrating. You just hope that they get healthy. You hope that Brunson's, he came back in the game. Obviously, he's okay, hopefully. But yeah, Tony says, I'm tired of the excuses. Cat hamstring, Josh finger, Deuce out, Mitch out. We have a lot of talent on this team for us to prevail. Agree. 45 rebounds to the Knicks, 24 assists, 13 turnovers, 9 fast break points for the Knicks compared to 21 for the Bucks. Fouls were even. Largest lead of the game was 14 for the Knicks. Can't sustain that. Got up 92 shots, guys. 39 of 92. Like, look at this. The Knicks took 13 more shots than the Milwaukee Bucks. 13 more shots. And they lost by 10. $13 more shots, 6 more threes. Free throws are even. If you're going to shoot a lot of threes, you better have the shooters. You better make them. And OG with a stinker tonight. Again, looking low. Look. Try a couple of times you saw him try to create tonight, and he was going nowhere. OG Anunoby try to create. It's going nowhere. Right? Mikal's phenomenal, man. Mikal Bridges, I believe he could have an all-star season for us. Phenomenal. Brunson, obviously, phenomenal, right? But, 2 of your guys in your starting lineup were kind of a 3 of 11 and 2 of 12 from Karl-Anthony Towns, and there was a putback that he missed point blank, and I'm sitting there like what is this? Like, it's ugly. Ugly game from Cat. Just not engaged. 2 of 12. And he didn't, there was a point where I don't even think he attempted a field goal in the first quarter, right? So it's clear that his comments from last week, right, regarding being frustrated within the offense, right? No field goal attempts in the first quarter. No field goal attempts. One field goal attempt from Karl-Anthony Towns in the first half. One, right? One. In the first half. Third quarter, he takes 9 and was terrible. Fourth quarter, he takes 2. Missed him. So they got to figure it out with Karl-Anthony Towns because it's clear. People thought, will Jalen Brunson adjust? How would Jalen Brunson adjust to this new offense? How would Mikal adjust to this new offense? Well, the answer is it's Karl-Anthony Towns that is going to take some time to adjust to this offense, and it's clear as day, and his comments just make sense now. Just makes sense. So, here we are. Hope that his quad injury is okay, but if it's not, take a week off. Take a week, take 2 weeks off. And if you don't think for a second that, Cat's been in the rumors with Giannis, and you already have people saying, "See, that's why you trade for Giannis." Cat with a stinker in Milwaukee, man. Cat with a stinker in Milwaukee, and Giannis was just 16 of 22. He can't shoot. He travels. 37, 7, 8, 2 blocks. I mean, top 3 player in the NBA. They don't make him like that. They don't make him like that. 7-foot freak. No answer. Ryan Rollins, 4 of 4 from 3. 25 points, 5 of 5 from the three-point line. You need shooters. You need makers. You can have shooters, but you need makers. Gary Trent, 2 of 5. Giannis knows that he can't shoot. Only attempts 1. AJ Green, 3 of 5. Prince, 2 of 3. Turner, 1 of 5. Turner was terrible. And there's times when Karl Anthony Towns in the third quarter. I'm sitting there yelling at my yelling at the TV, right? You couldn't even score on freaking Kyle Kuzma. Make that make sense. Kyle Kuzma's out there guarding you and locking you up. So, 4 games in. So, once again, appreciate you guys in the chat. As always, man, thanks for the support. Just, got off my little vent. Cat is in his head, ain't looking right, and OG wasn't good either. Still early, but can't let Rollins go off for 20 plus in third quarter. No energy whatsoever. Grilled Mouth says Josh Hart. Yeah.
Bruh.
Josh Hart, man. Josh Hart. Karl Anthony Towns.
Bruh.
It's just a big L. Just a big L. We should have kept Matthews. That's why I wanted a Matthews, right? Shamit, Matthews, snipers. You need those snipers. I feel like the Knicks are missing another sniper. Is Clarkson a sniper? Is Hart a sniper? No. Is Clarkson a sniper? No. Deuce, sniper, I think. And, Towns is a sniper. Just not tonight. So, man, oh, man. Size 9, what's going on? Notice it's everything but Brown. But when we won, oh, boy, it was all Brown and his brilliant schemes. Yeah, you're going to get that all season long. Knicks lose, blame Mike Brown, right? People don't like Mike Brown to begin with. People question the Mike Brown, Tom Thibodeau switcheroo. You're going to get that. But I thought in that second quarter was a prime example as to why you even switch the coach, right? In the second quarter, the substitution patterns, in my opinion, were elite. And with Tom Thibodeau, he wouldn't have gone back to Jordan Clarkson based on his play in that first quarter. He wouldn't have gone back to Clarkson. So I thought second quarter, it's good. It's a good quarter to build on, and I do like his substitution patterns. But when you're dealing with, McBride, you hope everything's okay. 2 straight games now with personal reasons. You just hope that he's okay and his family's okay. And Mitch Robinson is just, at this point, just wait to the playoffs, man. It's 4 games in. I don't want to get crazy, but they're managing the hell out of his injury. Maybe he plays in Chicago. Look. The Knicks have Wednesday, Thursday, and they play on Friday. If Mitchell Robinson misses his 5th straight game on Friday, come on. I want to see Mitch out there. I want to see that. I want to see this team whole. I do. And it's just unfortunate and it sucks that we just haven't. And look, one thing is for certain, man. It's not going to be easy. Don't just crown us as Eastern Conference Finals champions, right? Especially with these injuries that we're like, it's not going to be easy at all. It's these teams are pain in the asses. And the Knicks just got to get healthy, and it'll take some time, right? It'll take some time. But in the blow up quarters that you're seeing, the second quarter, it gives me hope. Shamit playing well. Bridges phenomenal. Brunson looks great. OG, little bad game from OG, right? Bad game from OG. Cat terrible. So Andrew says not sold on Mike Brown. Honestly, Andrew, give us some time, Andrew. Give us some time, Andrew. El Figgy says I want to go shopping for a serviceable center. One that can at least defend in the paint, not get into foul trouble, and spread the floor. Doesn't have to be a superstar. We have JB, Bridges, OG. I'm sure Leon Rose is going to be working the phones. But you're going to have to give to get, right? You're going to have to give to get. Cat needs to rest up. He's trying too much to play through the injury. Yeah. Look, grade 2 quad strain, and then he let the world know that he's playing with the grade 2 quad strain. He wanted people to know that, right? So, look, if it's a grade 2 quad strain, if he's going to play like this, I mean, I don't want him playing. Like, I don't. And the Knicks are shorthanded as is, and it just sucks. It sucks because they're injury load managing Mitchell Robinson, who hasn't played yet this year. And at the same time, they're putting Karl-Anthony Towns out there with a grade 2 hamstring. How does that make sense? Right? Like, Cat has a grade 2 strain on his quad. But at the same time, you're injury load managing Mitchell Robinson, who is not playing. But Cat can play through that. So, I'm just a guy with a mic trying to make sense of everything, man. I'm trying to make sense of everything. And look, you're 2-2, right? You're 2-2 with a Chicago team on Friday. That, look, man, if you lose on Friday, then I know it's only 5 games, but Chicago's not a pushover either. I mean, the Knicks. It seems like every time we play in Chicago, it's always a dogfight in Chicago, right? I don't like playing in Chicago. So you got them on Friday, but you got 2 days to rest up here. So we'll see. Hopefully they get back in the lab and they get healthy, and we'll see. Tony says, so when Mitch and Deuce come back and Hart finger gets better, I guess we will be fine then. Yep, that's the plan, hopefully. It was always going to be growing pains through the year. Isaiah says, still learning, man. It's a bad loss, but I'm more calm now. Yeah, I'm starting to get there, Isaiah. I'm starting to get there. Just had a lot to get off my chest to open up this post game. Once again, appreciate you guys in the chat. Hit the Discord. Got some fun Knicks chat in there throughout the game, giving away some Knicks gear. Got the live NBA scores that update automatically. Just hit the Knicks Nation Discord. It is pinned up in the chat. Appreciate you guys if you guys were to do that. And also, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. It's free. Just smash the subscribe button. It really helps me out. And, yeah, just give the video a like if you haven't done so already. Appreciate you guys. As always, thanks for giving me your time. El Figgy says, I appreciate Cat. I appreciate everything he did last year, and I appreciate what he's trying to do for us this year. But, man, he is the weak link right now. Yeah. Look, it's no secret that, the rumors came out literally the day of opening night, or I think it was the day before opening night, that the Knicks were, interested in Giannis, and Cat's name was in the rumors, and, the whole nine. But, yeah, I mean, maybe it's just Cat is hurt, right? Maybe that's it. I just want to see him with Mitch. Like, I want to see this thing with Mitch on the court. I want to see Mitchell Robinson on the court with Cat. The foul trouble is always going to be there with Karl-Anthony Towns. Always. We can sit here and be like, oh, like if Karl-Anthony Towns would just do this, just do that. Always. Even on the broadcast, Reggie Miller, Jamal Crawford, they just shaking their head. They just can't believe it, right? Cat, 5 personal fouls. And I think he had, 2 or 3 in that third alone for Karl-Anthony Towns. So regarding the bench, Hukporti, after the game 1 performance from Ariel Hukporti, just looks kind of timid out there, especially in the paint. Looks kind of timid out there, just doesn't look comfortable all the way. Kolek, I thought, gave the Knicks some solid minutes as well. 2 assists, 5 points. He's getting attacked defensively. Hart, just, again, we spoke about Josh Hart. I mean, minus 18 on the team for Josh Hart, man. Clarkson, man, I mean, gave you 10. This team misses Deuce, man. I mean, like, Deuce McBride's absence, like I said earlier, if there's one player who's not playing right now and just earned him some money, it's Deuce McBride. Right? They miss him. They miss his knockdown capability, his defense at the point of the attack. They just miss him. But you should have enough talent to beat the Bucks. Still, you should. And they didn't. So, here we are sitting at 2-2. Brunson and Cat are injured. Looking for an update. This Rover asking a sophomore to guard one of the top 10 players in the league is a tall order. This season, JW says this season is not looking good. JW, only 4 games, JW. Only 4 games in. Let's not get too crazy on here. After game 25, then, if the Knicks are going down a path, which we don't foresee, then we can judge them. But it's only game 4, right? But it was a bad loss. I'll give you that. Right? Smart kid. Haven't seen you in here in a while. Appreciate you in here. There is no one that can convince me that we need Josh Hart on this team. I don't care that if he's BFFs with Jalen, and I don't care if he gets a million rebounds. A little bit one-dimensional right now, smart kid. And look, last year my hot take was I wouldn't be surprised if the New York Knicks were kind of too shot by Josh Hart, right? And everyone was talking about Mikal this, Mikal that, but we'll see. Josh Hart has been relegated to the bench. You see Landry Shamet started today and actually played really good in the starting lineup for the Knicks. It just stretches the floor, right? So, and Josh Hart re-injured his finger. Let's not forget that. Before training camp, he re-injured that finger. Didn't disclose how he re-injured it. Kind of laughed it off a little bit, but that's not good. I'm sure the New York Knicks weren't happy about that. And, look, rebounding machine, heart and soul of the city. Right? I mean, we saw it versus Boston with the Real. I mean, he just is really good in his role in limited minutes, right? 26 minutes tonight. But, I mean, Mike Brown and the coaching staff are really going to have to find the right pockets for him, put him in the right lineups, put him in the right situations. But, hey, we'll see. Look, come February, if things are not clicking, which I don't foresee, the Knicks have the depth on the bench to kind of play around with here or there to kind of make a few trades if they don't think that this bench can get them a championship, right? And, Clarkson, bad first quarter when he first came in, right? And, Shamet played better than Clarkson, but Clarkson redeemed himself a little bit in that second quarter, right? But yeah, I mean, you have Yabusele struggling, and now he's hurt. But it's a work in progress, right? I mean, these guys just got in the door. They just moved in, Somebody's commented on one of my posts, said, let these guys settle in. They just moved in. And I agree. But, it's New York. Things are going to get magnified, and it's championship season. So we're going to call stuff out, right? So this Rover says 2-2. The sky is falling.
Bruh.
Sky's not falling. Sky's not falling. Man. I don't. Let me try to see if I can get Try to see if I can get some stuff. All right. Once again, appreciate you guys in the chat. Let's fast forward this thing until the third quarter. So this is the third quarter. Giannis is saying, "This is my city. This is my city." Third quarter, the Bucks came out firing. Man, Knicks were up, and then the Bucks just played their game, played offense, and just started to look Giannis, man, just killing him. Look, Giannis has killed his team. Giannis had a superstar performance. Look at this, easy splash. The thing about the Bucks was that when they were open, they were hitting their shots, right? Boom, another one. Open, splash, right? And they need makers. The New York Knicks need makers. Look, easy. Overhook Porty. Man. This one stunk, man. This one stunk. Appreciate you guys in the chat once again. CJ says OG didn't produce and the bench is still broken. Rollins look like Lillard. Third quarter is still a problem. Third quarter of doom, still a problem no matter who gets on the court, right? And it's unfortunate. You know, I mean, look at to start this third quarter, right? Let me just rewind this a little bit. All right. So, look, I think the Bucks scored like 4 points in like 2 seconds. Like, not literally 2 seconds, but right off the gate. They came out fine, and I don't know what's going. I don't know. It depends. Clearly, it's not the coach, because every year, the Knicks come out flat in these third quarters. I don't get it. I don't understand it. You know, but every year, Mikal was awesome, man. Cal was just getting pushed around. Man, oh, man. Appreciate you guys in the chat once again. New York Knicks lose 111 to 121. They fall to the Milwaukee Bucks. Brunson, 36 points. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 37 points. Jalen Brunson, when he was on the ground, Giannis tried to help him up. Brunson said, no, I'm good. You know, Brunson has that rule in the sense where the opponents, he doesn't allow them to help him up, just his teammates. And Brunson said, you know, gave Giannis Antetokounmpo a dap after the game and said, you know, good game, my sir. But hey, as long as the rumors are still gonna be there, right? The rumors are still gonna be there, and I don't think it's gonna happen this season. Maybe next summer, but if anything, Giannis really he really sent a message out there. So, once again, appreciate you guys in the chat. Michael says OG can't be shooting 10+ threes. Those should be going to Mikal Bridges. I agree. And look, OG has been an okay shooter for us, and he has been open. Like he had an air ball tonight, if I wasn't mistaken. Wide open air ball for OG Anunoby tonight, and you're sitting there like, bro, what was that, right? And but yeah, Knicks 2-2, still super early. The Philadelphia 76ers, right? One of my dark horses, and people called me crazy. One of my dark horses on the season are 4-0 to start this thing. And the New York Knicks at the 6th seed, 2-2. Bucks 3-1. Cavs 3-1. Miami 3-1. Chicago 3-0, who we play on Friday. So, yeah, man, maybe the East is deeper than we thought, right? Pacers stink. Haven't seen you in here a while. Giannis was trying to show Leon they need him tonight. He still wants out of Milwaukee. Oh, man. This Rover says, I've said it 80 times already. We need to rest our injured players regardless if we lose the next batch. We're not scrapping to get in the playoffs anymore. We need to look ahead, and that's why they are resting Mitchell Robinson, this Rover. That's why he has not played, right? I see the post-game call-in. I see Say Quizzy waiting in the chat, in the lobby. I see Yuri waiting in the lobby. These people want to sound off. You guys want to sound off, hit the Discord link. Smash the Discord link. Join the Knicks Nation Discord. Appreciate you guys in the chat. So, yeah, 111, 121. Not get too crazy. Wrote on my notes, terrible third quarter for the New York Knicks. Cat, he'll probably want to sleep this off. Have to wonder if the quad is hurting him. He couldn't even score on Kyle Kuzma, man. And that's when you know it was a rough night for Karl-Anthony Towns. Because, I would say a healthy quad for Karl-Anthony Towns. He is taking advantage of Miles Turner, right? Taking advantage of Turner and taking advantage of Kuzma. He's taking advantage of that matchup. And he will win that matchup, right? 71 points in the first half for the Knicks. Only, 40 in the second half? Right? And say what you want about pace. Like, pace this, pace that. The first half, just give the ball to Jalen Brunson and get out the way. Sometimes it's just that simple, right? Sometimes it's just that simple. All right, let's get to the Discord. I've talked a lot. I've talked enough. Just let the people talk. Appreciate you guys in the chat. If you guys want to hop in the Discord, just hop in the Discord. Call into the show. Discord call in. All right. Turn the music off. All right, I am going to let's go to say Yuri. Let's get to say Quizzy first, and then we'll get to Yuri.
Sure, no problem.
Say Quizzy, what's going on? Hope all is well.
Ooh, rough game.
Rough.
Like to start the game, it was I believe the second quarter, the ball movement was so beautiful. Like easy buckets, back and forth. Shamit started to hit his threes. I love the way Bridges is playing. He's attacking the rim. Even when he missed the first two layups, I was like, I like to see that.
Yep.
Because I'd rather that than a fadeaway. You only pull out the fadeaway if they're playing good defense and you need to pull that out. That's when you do the fadeaways. I just love his game. I thought we should have went to him more in that third and fourth because his shots was falling. And like another 30-point game for Brunson. Just to be another L. I hate to see that. I'm glad he's doing okay because that little injury was about to scare me once he like did a little stretch twice. But glad he's okay. We play Friday. But cat. It doesn't make it worse that he had a bad game in Miami, but it makes it worse that all the Giannis trade talks.
Yep.
And then you play like this. Even though I'm not going to do the trade him for Giannis. I don't care about that, but you just know Knicks fans that's going to be the thing for this game. Like, this was his worst game. He played like the Space Jam monsters took his powers. It was so bad. I think it was the third or fourth quarter. I think we had like 8 seconds when he did that step back three after we got the rebound. I was like, why are you pulling that? We got 8 seconds left, and he hit all backboard. I said,
there was, I think it was 5. There was like 6 seconds left, and then he looked at the shot clock and did a step fadeaway 3, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I like that analogy.
I'm like, bro,
took his powers.
You could have got a better shot than that. And you know you're not playing good. And I like the way he was playing earlier. He was passing the ball. He was driving, kick it. I think the first play was a Bridges 3. He passed the ball around. Like, I don't know if he's hurt, but if you are hurt, you got to sit down.
Yep.
Like, you played bad. And then, I understand OG had a bad game, but he's playing, he's guarding the best player. He's guarding Giannis. Mm-hmm. So, he still need to make his threes, yes, but he is guarding Giannis. Pat, you're getting clamped up by Kuzma. It doesn't make it worse. It's not Wemby. If it's Wemby, okay, I could understand. I could give you a little pass. If it's Draymond Green, okay, whatever, maybe I give you a pass. But Kuzma, man, and you shot 12. You shot 2 for 12 on Kuzma. It doesn't look good. But they probably gonna have to sit him down. Me, if I'm the Knicks, just sit him down. Because I believe we probably would have won this game if he wasn't there because there would have been more shots for Bridges. Because I thought Bridges was on one today. I thought he should have had way more shots in that third quarter when we were struggling.
Bridges has been awesome.
That's all I really got to say. Hey. Yeah, I'm loving the way Bridges playing. Like, he's going to the rim taking layups. I don't care if he missed them layups.
Yep.
Just be aggressive. Because last year, we didn't see a lot of layups for him. It was always a fadeaway. Anytime he'll get 2 feet in the rim, fadeaway. Now we see him tack the rim. Even if you miss, just do it. You're going to get fouls once in the blue, but at least the teams know you're going to be a threat to take a layup and not just fadeaways. But that's all I really got to say.
Say Quizzy, appreciate the call. Spitting the facts. Karl Anthony Towns got his powers snatched from him. Can't even. Oh my God, Kyle Kuzma, man. I can't believe that. Yuri, what's going on? You're up next on the Knicks Nation postgame show.
Say Quizzy basically said everything I wanted to say. Say Quizzy said basically what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Listen, game 4 of 82, team learning a new system. Looked great the first half. Reddit's third quarter came. You know, the way I view it is this. This is going to be one roller coaster ride of a season. We're battling injuries. We don't have Deuce. We don't have Mitch. At this point, I'm like, you know what? If anyone says trade Deuce in the comment section, please, I don't want to hear it tonight. You know why we need Deuce these 2 quarters of the game. At least Deuce. I can live without Mitch. I need Deuce back in the lineup. I
Yeah,
need him
look, we
back.
need both of them, Yuri. But Deuce, like I said, if anyone, he's made himself some money just by sitting. Like he's valuable. I mean, he timely threes. We missed that from him. We missed his point of the attack defense, and like you said, it's gonna be one of those long seasons for them guys to adjust. And they got smacked in the mouth in bad game from Cat, but yeah, I mean. Don't really want to overreact over 4 games.
I don't want to
but,
overreact, man. I hate overreacting.
Yeah.
I'm taking with it as it is. I want Cat to sit. Please, just sit, bro. I know you want to compete every night. I respect him as a competitor who wants to, fight through injuries. I respect it. I was all for it. But, man, he's got to sit. He has to sit down.
Yeah.
He's got to sit, man.
Yeah, if he's going to play like how he did tonight, definitely. But we'll see. You have to, give him some, credence of going out there and, battling through the injury. I love that, He wants to play. He wants to be out there for his teammates. He wants to learn the offense. He wants to go through the growing pains on the floor, right? But if the New York Knicks, if they, analyze his injury and they say, oh, you can't further injure this quad strain, which I doubt, it just makes no sense for him to be out there. Like I said, Yuri, I mean, they're injury load managing Mitchell Robinson's ankle, yet they're putting Karl-Anthony Towns out there with the quad strain. Grade 2. It just doesn't make sense to me, but, I'm just a guy with a mic. So.
Yeah, exactly. What this guy talking about? Listen, the way I view it is this, right? I don't want to overreact.
Yeah.
There's a lot of teams out there that's banged up with injuries right now. A lot of teams.
Yeah.
West included.
Yeah.
East included as well. This is going to be one of those seasons where the Knicks are going to have to learn how to manage their rotations.
Yeah.
And yes, does this game suck? Absolutely. They got to fix that third quarter. I don't know what you got to do. They got to fix it. They have to fix the third quarter. They got to fix it.
Got to.
But if anything, right, Ant? This team, this whole 2 games, back-to-back losses, shows that we need Deuce back.
Yeah.
We need him back.
Definitely.
We need him back.
Definitely need Deuce back.
We need him.
Hopefully he's okay. Going through some personal stuff.
Listen.
Yeah.
I'm not going to knock Deuce for going through personal stuff.
No, definitely.
And I don't want to disclose, but I lost a family member recently.
Oh, man.
So
sorry to hear that.
I'm going through some personal stuff too, so I get it. But, we need Deuce. If any of these 2 game shows, we need at least Deuce desperately. We need him back, man. We need Deuce back.
For sure.
And I'm hoping he plays in Chicago.
I do too. 2 days off here. Yuri, appreciate the call as always. And, sorry for your loss. Hope all is well.
Thanks, brother.
Regarding that. Shout out to Yuri in the chat for the call-in. Shout out to Say Quizzy and Yuri for calling into the Knicks Nation live show. All right, we're getting some Mike Brown comments here that, I'll try to play a little bit of it. But once again, if you're just joining, Knicks lose 121-111. They fall to 2-2 on the season, winless on the road. They get Giannis smacked on the road. Cat played bad for the New York Knicks. And, it's only 4 games in. We move on. It is what it is. But there are some things to question, right? Isaiah says, yeah, the monster stole his powers. Pacers thinks says, yeah, Cat should sit. I'd ride with Hukporty. I like his energy. If he gets solid minutes, I feel he can make an impact. Mike Brown said Cat was... No, he didn't. All right, let's get to some sound bites from your New York Knicks head coach. Mike Brown gave a lengthy opening statement. Let's just play this really quick. Hold on. All right, Mike Brown.
We have to figure out how to keep bringing the right energy to the group. It's always about our standard. Bless you. It's always about our standard. And our standard is sacrifice. I don't care what my numbers are in any particular category. Stay connected. I don't care what's going on out on the floor. We're going to stay here because we need to hit adversity. And we got to see if we're tough enough mentally to stay connected through it. Keep that competitive spirit. You're up 15, you're up 12, you're up whatever it is at halftime. Come out with the same competitive spirit that you started the game with. Believe in the process, but more importantly, in each other. No matter what I have going individually tonight, I'm going to keep believing in the process and my teammates. And if none of those things are happening, or 3 of those things are happening, or 2 of those things are happening, it's my job to make sure we hold everybody accountable. Because we all need to be held accountable, starting with me. But that's what our standard is.
All right, so Mike Brown with a strong opening statement there, lengthy opening statement after the New York Knicks lost to the Bucks. Quote, "We have to try to figure out how we can play within our staples on both ends of the floor for 48 minutes. If we do, we have a chance to be a real good team. If we don't, we can get beat by anybody." Maybe he's sending a message. It sounded like he was talking to the Knicks, but he was talking to the media there. And look, it's different than Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau would have never done that. But it's a little bit interesting that, you know, he's trying to put out the fires before they start, you know, to gain steam. And look, it's 4 games, right? There's no real fires here, right? But, all right.
I think Cat.
Karl-Anthony Towns talk now. Let's get to Mike Brown on Karl-Anthony Towns. How did you think Karl-Anthony Towns played, Mike Brown?
I think Cat has looked like he's probably struggled the most adjusting to everything here, everything new, unless I'm being wrong.
Well, no, I thought in the first half, Cat was the one that got us started. You know, I mean, Cat's first couple of plays, he caught that thing, he made a quick decision, he touched the paint. What did he do? He started the dominoes. Sprayed the ball, got guys wide open looks. Or those guys, whoever caught it, snap drove, they touched the paint, they scored it, or they sprayed it. It all started with Cat. Cat played a remarkable first half offensively. Sometimes it doesn't show up in your field goal attempts when you play a remarkable game. He had 1 field goal attempt because that's the way they were playing him. I mean, think about it. When he touched it, he drew 2 and kicked it. Anytime he touched it, especially in the scoring area, drew 2 and kicked it.
All right, so he's pointing out the positives from Karl-Anthony Towns tonight. It all started with Cat. Cat played a remarkable first half offensively. Sometimes it doesn't show up in the field goal attempts. Obviously, he is going the positive route, which is okay. I like going the positive route as well, but didn't mention that third quarter there. And obviously that is when kind of all the wheels were starting to come off for the New York Knicks. And, you know, more Mike Brown.
Shot. Like a player like.
You know, it's the energy that the ball brings to the game. We want the ball to move. We want the floor spaced the right way. And I promise you, if we do the things that we're talking about offensively in terms of our staples, Cat's going to be more than fine.
Yeah.
He's going to be more than fine. But whatever comes his way that night, whatever comes Jalen's way that night, whatever comes OG's way that night, you just got to embrace it.
He's not concerned about Karl-Anthony Towns, guys. And look, in the whole grand scheme of things, I'm not really concerned about Karl-Anthony Towns, honestly. I think he'll be fine. You know, tonight was kind of magnified because it was NBC and national televised, and The Knicks had a great second quarter and they go up big, and a 14-point lead in the NBA is nothing nowadays. I mean, it's like nothing. It's like being down 3 with 10 seconds in the National Football League and driving downfield, and you're gonna seems like nowadays, I mean, NFL teams just convert that over and over again. And but yeah, stuff to grow on. There are, a little bit injury worrisomes that we're dealing with right now. So again, we just have to wait until, the guys are back. But until then, we're dealing with the guys who are on the court. And it's a long season. Again, I want to, preface this by saying it's a long season. You got 78 more games, right? I mean, Rome was not built in a day, the cliche saying goes, right? And now we just have to hope that come Friday we get Mitch back, we get Deuce back, and we start to find our rhythm. Because once we do find our rhythm, guys, I really do think we're a dangerous team. I mean, I really do think we're a dangerous team. But, like Mike Brown said, it just has to be for 48 minutes. It can't just be for one quarter, right? It just can't be for 2 quarters, 3 quarters. And the Knicks have had that issue, right? But hopefully new coach in here can nip that in the bud. And we'll see how it all transpires, and we'll see how it comes about. But this Knicks team is going to be good, guys. 4 games in. But, 10, 15 games, if the trends continue, if the 3-point defense is a little shaky still, and, still no Mitch, and, Cat's still dealing with, defensive issues, and the Knicks still can't hit open threes, and then we could talk a little bit and be like, okay, there's something needs to give here, because it's a bigger, larger sample size. But right now, the Knicks, it's still super early, and I still believe in this team, and as so should you. Appreciate the members in the chat as always. Isaiah, loud and clear. Who else was in here? Appreciate the members as always. ML says, good evening, all peace and blessings. Let's go. Let's go, ML. Appreciate you, ML. Jose, member Tendril, El Figgy. Appreciate you guys in the chat. All right, so Knicks lose. Back on Friday. Be on the lookout for more Knicks content during the week. Hopefully we can get some positive Mitchell Robinson news with this basketball team. Hopefully Big Mitch can be out there Friday, because if he's not out there Friday, man, I mean, he essentially, that's an extra week. That's an extra week off for Mitchell Robinson. Now that's going on 3 weeks with no play for Mitch, up into a month. Then it's like, okay, like it's not injury management. But if he's out there on Friday, then let's go, right? Once we get that notification Mitchell Robinson is available, I'll be happy. Hopefully Deuce can be back on Friday as well. Knicks in Chicago Friday. Isaiah says, still believe that this team can win it all. I won't change that belief on this team. Agree, Isaiah. Agree. Michael says, I want to see Trey Jemison. He has high energy, which we were lacking. Yeah, that's why the Knicks love Jamison, right? 2-way player and the energy. Sometimes that's lacking from Cat. It's just the energy, intensity. So, we'll see. But appreciate you guys in the chat once again. As always, it's Let's Go Knicks. Even though we lost, it's on to Friday. And let's go. Enjoy your night. I'll catch you guys next time. Once again, appreciate the members. If you guys want to become a member, just hit that join button. I go through the film. I do videos for my members. Really appreciate the members as always, and hit the Discord as well. I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation. I'll catch you guys next time. As always, it's Let's Go Knicks. Peace.